Hello students, welcome to class. Today we are going to start new chapter, that is supply. What is a supply? Supply is nothing but supply which refers to the quantity of a commodity which a firm is ready to sell at a given price and in a given period of a time. Yes, we are calling it as a supply. And in this we are going to see determinants of individual supply and determinants of market supply. Yes, and supply function and supply schedule and supply curve. Let's see now. Today we are going to cover this topics, meaning of supply, and then what are the determinants of individual supply and determinants of market supply, supply function, supply schedule and supply curve. Let's start with the determinants of supply, that is individual supply. I've said you people already what are the determinants. The first one is the price of the given commodity. Second one, prices of other goods. Third one, prices of the factors of production or inputs. Fourth, state of technology. Fifth one, government policy. And the sixth one, goals of the firm. Let's start with the first one, price of the given commodity. See, the most important factor which is determining the supply of a commodity is price. Yes, so the price of a commodity and its supply are directly related. What do you mean by that? As price increases, the quantity supply of a given commodity also rises. Yes, and vice versa. It happens because at higher prices, there are greater chances of making profit. So that will induce the firms to offer more for sale in the market. So that is the first one, price of the given commodity. Let's move to the second one, prices of other goods. When we talk about price of other goods, let's see this, as resources have alternative uses. So the quantity supply of the commodity depends not only its prices but also on the price of other commodity. So increase in the price of other goods make them more profitable in comparison to the given commodity. So what will happen? The firm shift its limited resources from production of the given commodity to the production of other goods. See, for example, increase in the price of other goods, say wheat, will induce the farmer to use land for cultivation of wheat in place of the given commodity rice. So that's one, the second, the price of other goods. Third, price of factors of production or inputs. When we talk about the price of factors of production or inputs, land, labor, raw material, etc., which used in the process of production, which constitute the cost of production of a commodity. So what will happen if the price of all or any of this factor or inputs increases, the cost of production also increases. If this decreases the profitability, so what will happen? As a result, the seller will reduce the supply of the commodity. Okay, on the other hand, decrease in the price of factors of production or inputs will increase the supply due to fall in the cost of production and subsequent rise in profit margin. Now, the fourth one, state of technology. Technological changes which influence the supply of a commodity. So, advanced and improved technology will reduce the cost of production, and what will happen? That will rise the profit margin and it induces the seller to increase the supply. However, technological degradation or a complex or outdated technology will increase the cost of production and it will lead to decrease in supply. The next one, the fifth one, government policy. When we talk about government policy, it includes taxes and subsidies. So increase in taxes rises the cost of production and thus will reduce the supply due to lower profit margin. On the other hand, tax concessions and subsidies will increase the supply and they make it more profitable for the firms to supply goods. The last one, goals of the firm. Generally, supply of a commodity increases only at higher prices and it's fulfilled the objective of profit maximization. So, with change in trend, some firms are willing to supply more even at those prices, yes, which do not maximize their profit. So the objective of firms is to capture extensive market and to enhance their status as well as the prestige. So these are the determinants of individual supply, price of the given commodity, price of other goods, prices of factors of production or inputs, state of technology, government policy, goals of the firm. Let's start determinants of market supply. See, market supply is influenced by all the factors which we have discussed in the individual supply. In addition, it is also affected by the following factors. The first one is the number of firms in the market. Second, future expectation regarding the price. Third, means of transportation and communication. So when we talk about the number of firms in the market, when the number of firms in the industry increases, then what will happen? The market supply also will be increases due to a large number of producers which producing the commodity. However, the market supply will decrease if some of the firms start leaving the industry due to losses. Second, future expectation regarding the price. If seller expect a rise in the price in the future, then current market supply will decrease in order to rise the supply in future at higher prices. So if the seller fear that the price will fall in the future, then they will increase the present supply to avoid losses in future. The third one, means of transportation and communication. Proper infrastructural development like improvement in the means of transportation and communication helps in maintaining adequate supply of the commodity. So determinants of market supply include price of the given commodity, price of other goods, price of the factors of production, state of technology, government policy, goals of the firm, number of firms in the market, future expectation regarding price, and means of transportation and communication. So these are the determinants of market supply. Let's move on to the next one, supply function. Supply function shows the functional relationship between quantity supply for a particular commodity and the factor influencing it. Now, like demand, supply for a commodity also depends on a number of factors. So when all the determinants of supply are put together in the form of functional relationship, yes, it is termed as supply function. Now, it can be either with respect to one producer, that is individual supply function, or to all the producers in the market, that is market supply function. What is the individual supply? Individual supply function is nothing but which refers to the functional relationship between supply and the factors affecting the supply of a commodity. So that's why it can be expressed as Sx is equals to f of function of Px, Po, Pf, St, T and G. Sx, there is nothing but supply of the given commodity X. F is a function. Yes, what is a Px? Px is nothing but price of a given commodity X. Okay. Po, price of other goods. Pf, price of factors of production. And then St, state of technology. T stands for taxation policy. G, goals of the firms. So individual supply is a functional relationship between supply and the factors affecting supply of a commodity. So that's why it can be expressed as Sx is equals to function of Px, Po, Pf, St, T and G. Now coming to market supply. What is a market supply function? Market supply function which refers to the functional relationship between market supply and the factors affecting the market supply of a commodity. Yes, so it can be expressed as Sx is equals to function of Px, Po, Pf, St, T, G, En, F and M. Again, Sx stands for market supply of a given commodity X. What is a Px? Price of a given commodity X. Po, price of other goods. Then Pf, price of factors of production. St stands for state of technology. T, taxation policy. G, goals of the market. N, number of firms. F, future expectation, that is regarding the price X. M stands for means of transportation and communication. Let's move on to supply schedule. What is the supply schedule? Supply schedule is a tabular statement which showing various quantities of a commodity being supplied at various levels of price during a given period of time. Yes, and this demand schedule. Supply schedule is of two types. One is individual supply schedule and second one is market supply schedule. Let's start with the first one, individual schedule. What is the individual supply schedule? See, individual supply schedule, which refers to a tabular statement showing various quantities of a commodities, yes, that a producer willing to sell at various levels of price during a given period of time. We are calling it as the individual supply schedule. So in this schedule, as it is, the first column denotes about prices. Second column, quantity supplied of a good X. Okay. So as seen in the schedule, quantity supply of a commodity, yes, X, increases with rise in prices. So in this, the quantity supply of a commodity X increases with increases in prices. When the price have increases from 1 to 2, 3, 4, 5, the quantity supply of a commodity X also increases. So the producer is willing to sell 5 units of X at price of 1. When the price rises to 2, supply also rises by 10 units. It's an individual schedule. Now, let's move on to the market schedule. What is a market supply schedule? Market supply schedule is refers to a tabular statement showing various quantities of a commodity that all the producers are willing to sell at various level of price during a given period of time. Yes, so it can be obtained by adding the individual supply of each and every levels of prices. So supply schedule is expressed as SM, which is equals to SA plus SB, isn't it? So SM is a market supply and SA, SB, it goes on. Okay, now the first column which denotes about prices. Second column, the second one, it's about individual supply SA and SB. And the third one is a market supply of adding of SA and SB. Okay, now market supply is obtained by adding the supplies of supplier A and B at different prices. So at price of 1, market supply is 15 units. Okay. When price rises to 2, market supply also rises by 30 units. So market supply schedule shows a direct relationship between price and quantity supplied. So this is about supply schedule and individual schedule and market schedule. Let us quickly recall what we studied in the session. First, we have started with meaning of supply, isn't it? And then we have started with the determinants of supply, determinants of individual supply, and what are determinants of market supply, and supply function and supply schedule. Next class we'll see what is the supply curve, yes, and other ones. Thank you.